50 years.
50 years. Love it.
I can't believe that. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a long time.
It's amazing.
It's something else, isn't it? What do you think about it?
It's hard to believe it's been this long.
It's an amazing 50 years.
Wow, 50 years. Who would have thought that we would have lasted that long? You know, coming from a small organization on the side of the dump to what we are today.
You know, for a long time, I mean, certainly when I was growing up, I mean, in the 40s and 50s, it's like you just chucked everything out.
So everything was garbage.
Yeah, everything went over the tip. Yep. Dump it in the hole. Fill it in. More pollution.
Was there an environmental movement at the time?
Oh yeah, like Spec was involved, and we had people saying, think globally but act locally, and we were coming up with ideas to make things better. And that was in the 60s, the late 60s. Then we heard about Earth Day happening in 1970, and Bob Cardoni from our group went there, and he came back to our group and was so keen on starting a recycling depot in Maple Ridge. He formed a committee, a separate committee for recycling, and I was one of the first people on there to help him with it. And Bob was doing lots of work, talking with council, getting a site on landfill site, getting a building. That was the start of our recycling depot. We just had that one little shed that we worked from.
You drive in the gate, and we were an easy right-hand turn out of the line of traffic at the dump. And it was open, it recycled everything we could, and we sold everything we could too, off the bat.
I remember on a pouring rain day, I was handing out pamphlets to drivers that would come into the landfill site to dump their garbage. They'd roll down their window and I'd hand them a paper saying we were starting this depot, and we'd have these loading parties where we had people all lined up from the depot to the big truck that we were able to get to use for this. And so once they got a load, they'd take it off. But this was about once a month that we would have work bee, and we'd all gather. And most of us were teachers. It was amazing. There was at least half of the people doing this were teachers.
Why do you think that is?
Because we all felt concerned for the environment. You know, it was something that we could see as a positive thing to do.
How did you find these people that ended up to be like so invested in the society?
I don't know. I think when they found out what was going on, that it piqued their interest. And also a lot of the people, it was a light, a beacon to them that this could be something really good, you know, and they believed in that.
So I thought, we're going to register our own society. And that's what we did. And we became Meadows Recycling Society.
I liked it when they put a fee on the garbage. You had to pay to get rid of your garbage. Recycling was free. And that made a big difference. People started looking at, well, oh, this is costing me. I can take it over there. But we had stipulations, of course.
Our idea was to teach the people in our city to separate their recyclables so that we were not creating more garbage.
So that source separation, oh my God, that was such a mantra. Still is in my mind, you know.
It doesn't come into your house all mixed together. It shouldn't go out of your house all mixed together.
It's something that we can do, and everybody can do that.
You know, you hear about so many people who grew up here and are used to our system.
And then they go somewhere else and it's like, they want me to put all the recycling in one bag. What the heck? And it just feels wrong when you're from Maple Ridge. funny.
Long ago, when we were beside the dump, our fantastic volunteers were very active with the city, and the city has always been very forward-thinking and involved with the Recycling Society volunteers. And then in 1990, when the opportunity came, they built this facility together with the input from all of the Recycling Society volunteers.
Yeah, it was very exciting, very exciting. You know, we basically patterned it after the depot at the dump. You know, like we had all the line for dropping off, but having a building. That was very exciting, and it was heated. It was a big deal. We didn't have to burn wood to keep warm.
Everybody should go there. Everybody should go on a tour once a year or once every couple of years. I'm so happy you're offering those tours to see that we consume too much.
So it's really interesting to see how that thing is progressing and the changes that are being made and the changes to the systems that we sort of relied on in the past. The ideology is still there. Source separation, keep it all separated and you can sell it.
For me, I'm closer to the end of my life, but my kids and my grandchildren, they need for us to do things differently. And recycling still, in a way, fulfills a role of pointing that out. Because you go and see it and it's concrete.
Well, a common comment is like, I had no idea that such a small little place like the recycling depot can take so much. It's like you take almost everything. And it was like, not yet, but we're working on it.
I wrote the Constitution so that it was an environmentally led society, with the workforce being people with intellectual challenges.
I can't think of the right word. It's
Now
not.
it's diverse abilities. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Well, I think it is the heart of our organization, and many people, because we are a totally integrated work site, so many people that join us as employees have never had the opportunity with people with a variety of skills and abilities. And so once they come on site and they're working one-on-one, and these people are co-workers, their whole view of people's abilities completely change.
You know, that we're the largest employer, and I think we still are, of people with intellectual impairments in the province. I think that's a wonderful, wonderful thing that we do.
I help them out if they have questions, or they're not sure what to do, if they don't remember what they have to do, or if they're learning new skills as well. Yeah, it's awesome because they feel part of the community. They're helping the environment and they're helping one another. So it builds confidence and it's empowering.
All of our board members have shown an exceptional understanding and commitment to that.
So the question I'd like to ask you,
Okay.
what kind of people were attracted to be on the board of directors of Ridge Meadows Recycling?
Environmentalists, people who really cared about the earth. You know, it wasn't status to be on the recycling board, but they really wanted to make a difference and they cared.
We had lawyers, we had teachers.
We've had anywhere from plumbers to lawyers and accountants. We've had the full gamut of people.
I really don't know how I came to be there.
It was just meant to be.
It was just meant to be, yeah. I know that by the time I've decided to run for council, I'm on the board.
Like, they want it to be part of something that was so positive and environmental and forward-looking.
Pulling things out of the waste stream with the idea of reusing them, or, manufacturing them into something else, seemed to be such a sensible idea.
So they were all people that were really committed to the environmental movement and also to the social services.
They're the ones that are driving those decisions. So they're making a lot of the decisions about where the organization is headed environmentally or on our social service programs.
I loved the people on the board. They were my dearest friends. They're You know, their energy pushed us forward, and it was tough because we were different from all the other communities. And we'd go to the GVRD and sit down and talk about stuff, but everybody else did it differently. They did it like a garbage hauler. And we were recyclers. That's it. We were not garbage haulers.
We just had such great people.
And that still remains true today.
I'm so proud of the depot now. It just warms my heart to see what it's become, and I love it.
And I think it says something really special about Maple Ridge, which, I mean, sometimes Maple Ridge, you know, drives us all crazy and we think, why isn't it different in this way or that way or the next way? But it has had some very, very good, solid nonprofit organizations that have done a tremendous amount of work here.
I'm very, very proud of the work I did there and of the organization, how it's evolved, how it's had to evolve. It's changed with the times, but it's a beautiful organization. I totally love it.
And what's next?
I might retire one of these days.
I don't know.
More recycling, more and more and more.
I just hope it just continues to encourage the youth, the young people.
Very few things in my life have I had the chance to be involved in the long term and to see the impact of it and the changes.
It's really enriched my life.
Well, it was, you know, fundamental to my life, running the recycling depot. I remember in the early years, ran out of money, went and got unemployment and kept working at the depot to keep it going. Like, I loved it way more than a job. Yeah, it was really, oh God, I'm going to be sobby. This is not good. Excuse me.
Got me teary too.
I loved Ridge Meadows Recycling Society and the people, all the people. Amazing.
Hey, the next generation's here. Love it.
And here's to another 50 years.
Yeah.